Hey, howdy, hey,
Wait,
everyone. Happy Saturday.
Listen.
Linda.
I have a complaint already.
Already? We just started.
That was 2 minutes of
Yeah.
my life
Uh-huh.
in that introduction.
And nothing of...
That's how long it takes me to share it to 3 different pages, okay?
No. None of this pretty face.
Not yet. We need
None
photos.
of this pretty face.
I knew that was
Do
coming.
you need to give him pictures then?
Yeah, it's all Kim's fault.
I'm gonna totally be honest with you guys here. I have been starving myself for the last month, and I'll continue to do so that I finally have some decent pictures of me at Disney.
Jay, are you finally bringing your 2-piece bikini with you?
You need to.
No, like Annette, I will always do one piece.
Oh,
yeah.
You know what? Annette's a classy lady.
Yes, she is. Always will be.
Send us some photos, Alan, and Lisa Benfield, if you're watching, or we'll let you know. Send us some photos. We got to add you guys.
Get the whole team on there.
Okay, I guess I'm okay now. Say hello to everybody, Dave.
Hello, everyone.
I'm bringing glamour shots with me this time.
I'll take pictures for you. We'll have a photo shoot.
Yeah.
On the beach.
All cameras hate me, so it's going to be a challenge.
You look marvelous. What's going on, everyone? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Welcome to Disney Night Live. We're happy to have you here. We are live. Please share us out. We are on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We're on Twitter too, but I just don't mention that because no one cares. And so we're here, and we had a fun show. We're gonna do like a news roundup because some things have been going on, and in the world of Disney, and we can talk about some news. How's that sound?
News.
That sounds perfect. I'm waiting for shut the door and go. Thank you. Yes, be gone.
Alan, Alan, you're very excited.
I'm trying to get my best Lou Grant. I'm ready.
You look great too.
Newsroom.
He goes, news. Like Ron Burgundy. We have a new sponsor tonight. Our show is now sponsored by, you guys ready? And tonight's show is actually brought to you by the letter F. Why?
Because it's what we're not going to say.
For food, the letter F is for Festival of Fantasy.
Frontierland.
Festival of Arts. Oh, Festival of the Arts is over. But
fun.
Yeah.
But F is not for
Flower and Garden.
Oh yeah, there you go.
F is for Figment.
Figment, that's right. F is for Figment. As
I've been writing it all week. Where did I put? I had a couple sheets. I was handwriting.
You were supposed to write. You were supposed to write. I will not say bad words on the air 1,000 times.
That's right.
Yes, exactly.
How's everybody doing tonight in the chat? F is for flower. Yeah, I love it. Everyone's coming in, but F is for. So I told Kim we need her to make us shirts called Team Bubbles and Squeak. We should definitely have like hashtag Bubbles and Squeak and Team Bubbles. Yeah, fish. Team Bubbles.
Yeah, it'll be hashtag. Yeah, you effing know it. Mary, you know what? I do. I was literally just thinking tonight. I'm like, I need to run to Best Buy and grab a ring light. I think I'm going to do that during the week this week.
Yeah,
because I need to show this pretty face a little bit more.
It should be brightened up. Yeah,
yes,
we shouldn't hide you in the dark. Frankincense.
I will redo the whole intro. Okay,
I'm okay with that.
Is that Kim? Yeah. No, but I like. Don't ruin the whole thing. Just add some photos of Alan and Lisa.
Well, you have to replace all the ones of me because I'm going to take good pictures this time.
We could just replace all the ones of everybody and just have me.
This is true. Could just be like a 2-minute intro of Alan.
Oh my God! Yes. You could be like Olaf, and you do different costumes,
and it'll be brought to you.
I will do Disney Night Live play, yes, and it will be brought to you by.
Hello, Donald and Marie. Hello. Less than a month until we're out there in Florida with y'all.
Okay. Would that make them Donnie and Marie?
It does make them Donnie and Marie. That's right.
Not the Osmonds, though.
No, but pretty close. I mean, I could say I know Donnie and Marie.
You know, I met Marie at Disneyland once, and she's a really, really nice lady.
Yes, I've met most of the Osmonds. Weirdly enough.
Okay, there's our topic for tonight. How
many Osmonds have you met?
how did you
I've-
stalk how did you stalk the Osmonds?
Right.
I've met Donnie, Marie, Jay, Alan, and Wayne. 5 of the Osmonds.
Wait a second. So tonight watching, we
You're
have
missing
Donnie and
Daryl.
Marie, and you're Jay and you're Alan. I need
You
to
just
change
need
my
Wayne.
I need to change my name to Wayne.
There
Holy
you
cow.
go.
How's that even possible? Pretty face, Alan. Who's saying that?
Oh, thank you. Who said that? No admirer, secret
No,
admirer.
come on. Who is it?
I'll send you my address with, for gifts.
Hart Lane,
Right?
Alan lives on Hart Lane.
No. It's not as fun of a story as you would think. I used to work back in college. I worked at a theater, and we would have, in the early 2000s, these were like B and C rate musicians that we would get at the theater. We had like, before everything, we had Bill Cosby and B.B. King. We had the Osmonds. We had a ton of people. You name it, they performed in the 60s and 70s. We probably had them there in the 2000s. So,
Hey, Chris, what's going on?
So I got to meet a lot of people back in the day, which was really kind of cool.
That's very cool. Who's watching from New Jersey?
I was hoping it'd be a story where you like snuck over their fence to like get to the front door to get autographs.
Yeah, really. Like
I have a few of those fun stories. I will save them for one day, though.
But not with the Osmonds. Hi from Michigan.
No, but I do have one with Wilson Phillips.
Are we gonna have to hold on for one more day to hear
Or
that?
one more, yeah, really. I love that
Yes.
song, actually. You know what? I strangely, absolutely love that song.
And to this day, Carney and I still talk.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, Mary's saying, why can't I see the comments? Kim's saying, I'm back now. Mary, it's Kim. Can you see my name? And I'm
No,
not
Kim,
seeing.
I can't see Kim's name.
I'm not seeing some of the. I see people commenting in StreamYard, but I don't see them coming up in the Facebook thing. But we are live and we're streaming. It says that we're live. We're streaming over.
What the letter F is going on?
Alan said a bad word, and we're never gonna let him.
I think
forget it, ever.
We've been banned already.
I know. I have not let anything slip yet. We are 10 minutes in, and I still
You're doing good.
I know.
Slip. Yeah, we're good.
I'm gonna bring my
Tina
soundboard.
is
I'm gonna bring my
yes, oh.
soundboard, and anytime I think you're gonna say something, I'm just gonna hit a funny sound.
Yeah. You know what you need? You need the lightsaber, like meow, meow.
I have this little sound I use all the time from Alice in Wonderland. It's when they introduce the king and queen, and they go, and the king, and it's hooray. So I sneak that into the Grand Circle Tour all the time.
I want to know who said hello from New Jersey, but do you guys want to do our sponsor stuff?
Yes,
Yeah. No. Hey, Steve Browning. All right, cool. You want to float the monorail, Jay?
I do.
All right, I'll
Is
bring it up. Nice. I just saw Donald Nicholson said he spent the summer in Candace Bergen's bedroom once. Wait a second.
Oh.
We got to wait till. Oh, let's do our sponsor stuff, and then we might dive.
yeah.
The Donald summer of staying in that bedroom. So, our deal of the week tonight brought to you by DVC-rental.com.
Again, okay.
Yeah.
Complaint number 2. We are 12 minutes in.
And-
You are supposed to run these by me
Oh,
before you show them.
oh, right. This is an old Key West deal. 3
Luckily,
nights.
I can't go in 2 weeks, so I think you can give it to everybody.
Yeah, this is kind of a short notice, last minute deal from DVC-Rental. It's a check-in of March 27th and a checkout of March 30th. So total number of 3 nights at Old Key West. It's a 1-bedroom villa, standard view. This room's going to sleep 5 people plus an infant. and your total cost is $1,741 for 3 nights. But again, this is a 1-bedroom villa, and you can sleep 5 adults plus 1 infant.
You know, if the 3 of us wanted to have a fellas weekend, we could go down there. We could split this. It would be less than $600 for
Right.
each of us for 3 nights.
For 3 nights.
That's beats an all-star.
Yeah. We could spend the 3 days just taking photos and gearing up for our
Right.
intros.
Hang on, let me just check my calendar again. Maybe I can make this work.
I hope you do. And if you do book it, Alan, or anyone else watching out there, listening on D Magic World or tuning in tonight, tell them that the friends over at Disney Night Live sent you. The best way to get in touch with our friends at DVC-Rental is to reach out to Scott at DVC-Rental.com. That's kind of pretty easy, right? Scott at DVC-Rental.com. Please remember that their prices do include their no questions asked travel insurance. So that's great, right? That's also another perk. And what else is happening? This is
really, really and truly, like, why look at Disney's prices when you could just go to DVC Rental?
I tell people all the time, and you'd be surprised how many people, like, in all the different Disney sites are like looking to save money. It's like rent DVC from DVC-Rental, and they're like, never heard of it. And I'm like, look into it. You could stay deluxe for the price of moderate and live like a king and queen.
Well, and don't forget, and what a lot of people forget is it is not just Walt Disney World. You can book Alani, you can book Disneyland through him, through Scott.
Very true.
Scott is great. He will help you with everything.
He's so nice. We don't just say that. He's actually really nice. Yeah.
No, I've personally used him several times. I probably added a wing onto his house or something.
Oh yeah, the kids are in the pool.
Yeah, the Allen pool that I funded. But no, seriously, Scott.
Where's the Allen wing of
family are great.
Where's the Allen wing of my house? We'll put a little placard with your name on it and everything.
Do you have a roller coaster in your backyard though?
I think Scott does.
Yet.
No, let's see. That's the thing. I rent DVC points from Scott. There's a roller coaster in my backyard.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's really, when you look at the prices at Disney, why not?
Well, if you're looking to save some money, you need to rent from our friends over at DVC-Rental.com. And again, hopefully somebody over at D Magic World listening tonight, our friends over there, 24/7 streaming Disney Magic, somebody will eventually hear these deals and be like, oh, I want to get in on the fun. And they're like, all right, let me get in touch with Scott at DVC-Rental.com and take one of these deals of the week. So don't forget to listen to D Magic World, please. Terrific Disney streaming music all the time, 24/7. You choose what they play. Get in touch with them. Tell them what you want to hear. Have some fun. Maybe you're working around the house. You want to listen to some Disney music. You're working in the yard. Springtime coming here in New Jersey. Weather's starting to warm up. You'll be outside doing fun stuff. So
and we're so sorry, D Magic, for Alan last week.
Yeah. Don't forget to you, last week's show was brought to you
sorry
by the letter.
We smacked him with the rolled up newspaper.
I only had to wear the dunce hat for like 3 days.
It was a lot of fun. It was the first time ever. I'm surprised it wasn't me.
I'm surprised it wasn't me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually, not that great with the mouth. I got a potty mouth. I won't lie.
I know I do. Ever since I became an uncle, I've tried really, really hard.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just a side of me that gets a little Tourette's that
it comes
falls out.
Maybe flummoxed.
I get a little frustrated.
See, the thing is, I teach college freshmen, okay? And
Jody,
an F-bomb drop out every once in a while, they laugh, they appreciate it, they connect. It makes my life a little easier. So it just comes naturally to me.
Hi, Marie.
I find at the grocery store, people don't appreciate it when a string of pearls of swear words just fall out.
And they're like, God, that was great. Let me tell our friends again, we are live. Please share us out if you can. If you wouldn't mind, we'd love it. We'd love to have more people watching and listening on D Magic World and being a part of the chat and the fun. We got a lot of new stuff to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Hey, Katie, what's going on? Popping
Katie.
the popcorn.
Katie, who is on this fantastic adventure to New York, just took off one day.
She's
I
there.
want to hear the story.
She's in New York. She had her first snowstorm, I think, last week, right? Or the week before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's going to hate her second and all the others afterward.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll start to hate the snow.
Mhm.
Trust me, I do. T90, you need to give StreamYard. Oh, yeah. What news story do we want to talk about? There's a lot of things going on. Some big stories, some little stories.
You know, my top one was Marvel.
What I don't think I have anything on that. What's
The Miss Marvel trailer came out.
Oh, okay. So
I don't know about this.
yes, I'm kicking myself a little bit. Not for the trailer. First of all, yes, I love the trailer. It was great. I will let you share your story, but I have a connection to her. And
Go for it.
I'm kicking myself for not doing this. So again, I told you guys just a little bit ago that I teach, and I think 2 or 3 years ago, they do this thing called One Book across our campus where you could teach the curriculum across all studies. So a couple years ago, it was Miss Marvel. And they had the author, she came on campus and she did all these lectures and stuff. And she's like, you know what, if you ever need anything, because I told her at the time I was podcasting, but see, that's how long ago, Dave, this was.
Right. Yeah.
At the time, she's like,
Last
if
week.
you ever want to, yeah, right. She's like, if you ever need anything, contact me. And I never did. So I was very sad that I didn't keep that connection. But I love Miss Marvel. I love what she's about. I'll let you, Jay, talk about her because I won't spoil that story. But
Hey, Marcos.
I'm going to keep it really brief. Kamala Khan, she's a kid. She's a superhero. She's got she's like Reed Richards, stretchy, big fist, fun character. It's just a fun.
I don't know this character.
Yeah, she's only been out the last few years.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the Brie Larson character.
No, this is a teenager.
So she is a teenager. Not only is she a teenager, she is the first Middle Eastern superhero.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, I have to see the trailer now.
She's a fun character, and the way it translates to screen is she's super cute, and I can't wait to see this.
Okay, great. And so her superpowers is being super cute, and she's tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And stretchy.
Kind of like Stretch Armstrong when we were kids, and we had that guy that we just pulled, and he went back. Did you guys have Stretch Armstrong?
I broke him.
Oh, yeah.
And that's Silly Putty.
Oh, okay. Kind of the same, almost the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that sounds fun. I'm going to watch the trailer. I actually have never even heard of this. So.
It's going to be a Netflix show, Jay, right?
Yeah. No, it's going to be on Disney Plus.
Oh, the Plus.
Oh, Disney Plus. Okay.
How dare you, Alan? This is a Disney show.
hey, all the Netflix shows are now on Disney Plus, and that caused quite a stink this week.
Really?
Yeah.
What how'd they work that out?
Daredevil, Jessica Jones, all of those.
So does Disney own that content?
Or not Daredevil, I'm sorry.
No, Daredevil too.
Yeah, Daredevil.
They got all of the shows.
Yeah.
It's on Disney Plus as the Defenders series, but I think you have to adjust your parental controls.
Okay.
And some people were really upset, and someone said it was in the article about this is going to lead to strip teases in Fantasyland.
How's that even happen? How do they get from changing the ratings over to strip teasing in Fantasyland?
I remember when Disney bought Marvel, and both sides were freaking out.
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, people come up with, I don't want to say crazy things, but people come up with crazy things,
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff going around this week about Turning Red, how people think how awful it is for kids and they shouldn't watch it and blah, blah, blah. So, growing up, well, even us growing up, there were so many, euphemisms and things in those movies that, none of us caught as 4, 5, 6-year-olds watching these movies,
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of adult humor in a lot of even like shows like when Colton was growing up, or I mean he's 13, but younger, like Nickelodeon. Like there was, and I'm not saying it was nasty stuff, but it was adult humor because you're
Mhm.
watching with your kid. That's what you're doing. So yeah, they
You have
gotta
to make
get
it. You have to make it fun for both. I mean,
right.
I'm not going to tell the joke, but one of the funniest jokes ever was for the adults, but it was on Animaniacs, the original run, and it's fingerprints, and I'm going to leave it at that.
that's all we could talk about tonight.
It's a joke that goes right over a kid's head, but as an adult, I went, "Wait, did I just hear that?"
I like this one. Yeah. Too many pineapples with alcohol inside of them, Donald, can lead to very bad stuff. What is Mary talking about? I haven't seen it yet, but I did hear some things about Turning Red.
I heard it's about blossoming womanhood.
Right.
Yeah, it's no spoilers. The main character and the women in her family turn into these pandas once a month, based on the moon.
So it's oh my god, I can't say it. Euphemism. Euphemism?
Yes.
Wait a second. Someone help me.
Euphemism.
Thank you. Euphemism. I did have it right.
I'm not helping. I'm just going to sit back.
You weren't helping at all. I just sat here stuttering it
No.
out. And I saw Jay go.
I had a life raft, but I was like, let's see where this goes.
Thanks, Alan. Euphemism. Yeah, I did hear that. So that's pretty cool because it's going to help some young women maybe feel more comfortable about themselves coming into their own and, going through some things. And
I do like how Pixar's right now, instead of doing heroes versus villains, or existential crises, it's all right, kids, this is what you're going through. Here's some stuff for you.
Right. Yeah, help them out a little bit.
So I wonder, I'm just making a little connection now. Remember at the end of Inside Out, they got the brand new control board?
Yeah.
And then they were like, what's this button that says puberty or poo?
Yeah.
Remember that part?
Yeah.
I wonder if Turning Red is that part, the continuing story.
Well, the button got pressed, right? And then, yeah. They should have had maybe a little Easter egg in there where they went back to Inside Out and they pressed the button and then that happened.
College Teacher of the Rescue. Thanks, Don.
Yes.
Now, I haven't seen it yet, and they always say there's a Easter egg for the next Pixar film and the current one. Did anybody see anything that stood out?
In Turning Red?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it that close. I watched it once just for content. I didn't watch it, just for the story and see how it was. I haven't watched it for detail yet.
So Becky Hanks Blinkhouse says Rowan loved it, and then T9 says seems like Disney is promoting defying your parents more and more. I did that without even watching Disney stuff when I was a kid. I mean,
that just comes naturally.
I just defied
that.
Right.
You're not the boss of me, and that attitude continues to today.
Yeah, and they were like, "You're the youngest out of 5. We're tired. Go do what you want. If you come home at some point, we're happy."
See, I was lucky. I was the opposite. I was the oldest, and so all eyes were on my sister. So I was like,
"Oh yeah,
I'm not paying attention. I'm going to do what I want.
I'm having fun." Yeah, no, I was always out and about. I have some news that I'm pretty happy about, and especially because we're going to be in Disney World next month. Let me find. Festival of Fantasy is back.
Oh yes.
I love Festival of Fantasy. It's so much fun. I love the music. I love this parade. And we have a clip that Jay pulled for us, a little short clip that I'm going to find. And we'll just play a little bit and sit here and rejoice that festival's back. Let's see. Here it comes.
In a world, no, Walt Disney World, there's a parade so big, so epic, so unlike anything you've seen before, and with so many characters. The only question is, when will you be here to watch it?
That's pretty cool.
I'm surprised they didn't like roll it out in front of movies.
Yeah, that guy has a great like announcer voice. It's like voiceover guy Ken. They used to get a world. That was so good. I think Cardi B was in that video too. Did you see that cast member in the parade? So you guys got to watch it again. It looked like Cardi B was in the parade. I don't know. Maybe it was
You
just
know,
me.
what I would give to have Cardi B to parade.
Yeah, be awesome.
I need you to record that for me.
I'm just.
Alan is beside himself. No words. Wait, no words from Alan.
Alan, if you think you can do better, do it.
That was a pretty good Cardi B, right? On the spot.
I want a Cardi B off between you two.
No. I'm not so much of the, but I'm a little more of the coronavirus.
She's a character, man. I don't know. She makes me laugh.
You know what my favorite one? I don't know if you guys have ever seen. It's gone around all social media for years, but they put Cardi B's voiceovers over Star Wars.
Yes.
So like the lightsaber will come out and it'll be like.
I can see her doing like R2D2 noises and stuff.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Kim, hold on, I gotta pull up. I didn't want to rant yet, but I think we're gonna get into a rant. My head actually hurts. We're never gonna be there to see the parade because David will still be on hold with Disney. So, I gotta tell you, this new DAS pre-registration online with Disney is just terrible. I usually don't complain. I know when I go to Disney, it's going to be expensive. I know the lines are going to be long. It's going to be hot most of the time.
Well, I know they've changed it, but how did they change it?
So, I mean, and let's go back years ago. The DAS used to be you would go to a park and register with guest services. And you would get a card and they would take people with disabilities, and their families, up to a certain amount of people, up to the front of the line. And then people from New York got caught hiring disabled people from Florida to go to the parks with them to cut the lines. So Disney then adapted like a whole new thing.
Well, and that was really bad at Disneyland too. It was where you could go to Craigslist and it was like a whole market over.
So you would rent out a person and with a disability and they would get you to the front of the line. So Disney changed it when all that happened. And basically, you still pre-registered and you had to go to the attraction and get a return time, which was the posted wait time. And then you would come back. The person with the disability had to be the first person to scan into that attraction. So now Disney announced, I guess it was over a year ago, that they were going to roll out a pre-registration in advance of your trip. Right. Mm-hmm. So you could do it two ways. You could still go to guest services in person when you get there, or you can pre-register online. So if you log into your My Disney Experience app or online, you go to the help section, guests with disabilities, and you go through the process of clicking on buttons that says you want to register for the DAS and then do a pre-registration. Sounds great. They also tell you that they can help you select up to 2 DAS return times for each day of your trip, which you couldn't do in the past. And that's pretty big to help somebody with a disability kind of start their trip off right and have pre-selected return times, right, that you used to have to do in the park. It started 4 nights ago. So you can do it 30 days ahead of your trip. So we are now within our 30-day window. So the first day I logged on, I got home from work and I logged on at like 5:09 p.m. and I waited until 10 p.m. and they went to bed and they say, we're done now. Let's try again. So I waited for the 5 hours. The next day, same thing. Following day, I was online from like 5 to 8 and they said, we're so busy, bye-bye. Then they kicked me off and they were not taking anybody else tonight. So this morning I went and I had to have blood taken for a physical. Came home, logged in, 9 a.m. this morning. I was online 9:24 a.m. this morning, waiting for an agent to come on. Now, through this whole process, it constantly kicks you out every half hour. and you have to re-log in and reestablish the connection. The good news is it does put you back into the queue in your holding spot, but that doesn't really seem to matter because nobody ever picks up. So from 9:24 this morning to 4:16, nobody got in touch with me. No agent. When did David decide to take a shower? When the agent finally says, I'll be right with you, I'm helping somebody else. Says, I'll be right with you, but then at 4:25 disconnected the call and says the agent has ended the thing. So I waited from 9:24 to 4:25 or whatever, and they kicked me out. Then I logged back in, and nobody there until we started the show. So
how many hours have you spent on the phone now?
5, 10. So you're not on the phone. You're logged in on your computer.
We're logged in.
And a pop-up box. So 10 hours, 13, and then from 9 to 7 o'clock, 9 this morning to 7 o'clock tonight. Yeah,
That's a long time to wait.
You can't tell me that Disney doesn't have enough people to come on and help me re-register my child for a DAS pass.
I asked a question of a cast member on the MDE last week. It was first thing in the morning, and it said, we'll get back to you. And I had forgotten about it. It was until the end of the day I was going to bed.
Yeah.
And I saw I had a notification. It was, we responded at the very, very end of the day.
Yeah, like how long are you supposed to wait? Like, so I waited from 9:24 a.m. this morning till 4:16. I get in the shower, and that's when the agent comes on. It just happens to be our luck that that's when it happened. But still, from 9:24 a.m. to 4:16 p.m., that's how long it took. Now, they gave me, I guess, a 10-minute window because they ended the session at 4:25 or whatever, 4:26. So after sitting at your computer all day, this is a family on a Saturday doing stuff with a special needs child, then you kicked me out. So you didn't just wait or be like, okay, we'll come back to you. You ended my session. And that starts all over again.
You think they would at least take your text and your cell phone number and text you and be like, in the next 5 minutes, we're gonna get back to you.
Him and I said that, like, even take down, okay, somebody right away says, what's the best way to get in touch with you? And it's either a text or phone call or whatever. And then they reach out to you and say, okay, we're ready now. Okay. You have this much time to get back to us. And if you don't, then you have to do it over again. Something like that. I can understand. This isn't that. You literally are waiting.
Oh my God.
And constantly looking.
Lightning Lane is coming to customer service. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. So I made a post, and now that's Disney, I think yesterday or the day before. Disney has to understand your best ability is your availability, right? And you're not available. This system isn't working. I know you're trying to help people, but you're not helping people because nobody has time to do this, to wait and then constantly relog back in every half hour. It's awful. I mean, they've got to do better.
You can't expect to just sit and wait at your computer the entire time. Right.
Yeah, no, I know, Mary. And I was just really sold on the fact that I can kind of save time and help out our family and Colton because, with his needs, like they're going to help you schedule 2 return times up front for each day of your visit at each park. Like that's pretty big. And
how long does it take to do it at the park?
It depends on the line at guest services. First park, you go in, whatever the line is, you go up, they snap a photo of the person who's getting the DAS, and they name the people up to 7 people total, I think, in the party.
Well, the nice thing is the blue customer service umbrellas are popping up more and more around the park. And they could do that also, so you don't have to necessarily stand just at guest services.
Yeah, that is something they started. Yeah,
yeah. And down at the end of Main Street at the hub is the one that I can think of off the top of my head.
Right, and we were told basically anytime you see one of the cast members with that iPad thing, over their hand, they can actually help you. And sometimes you will. You'd say like, listen, instead of going all the way to the next umbrella, can you set up a return time for like Slinky Dog? And they usually will, because once they modified the DAS, you used to have to walk to the attraction. So now you're telling somebody with a special need, especially somebody, let's say they have trouble waiting. I'm going to walk from the front of the park to the back of the park to go to the attraction and get a return time just to leave that attraction and then tell the child or the person, no, you can't ride this right now. You have to wait. Like, that's silly, you know?
Yeah.
So now, like Alan said, those blue umbrellas are popping up and the cast members are around. So that's gotten easier in the park, you know?
Kim said you guys have had some issues with the umbrellas too, and had to walk back.
Oh yeah. We had a trouble last July going to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. The guy wouldn't help us. The cast member there just wouldn't help us. And I was like, we're set up. They told us to come over here. He's like, no, you got to go back that way. You know, so we had to go back to the front of the park.
There's got to be a better way. You can't ask people to go spend their time crossing back and forth.
Right.
Yeah. There's so much else to be doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there definitely is. But yeah, I know that does cause issues, Mary. That's like, okay, let's go and get a return time and then let's leave the ride. You're like, and we're not going on it now. We can come back in 2 hours. That's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
You know, somebody.
Can you do the whole thing on MDE now while you're there?
So you can, and that's the other good news is you can schedule your DAS return times in the app, but doing this pre-registration, you could pre-register now. So you could save time when you first get to the park. You don't have to go to get services. And again, they were helping you set up some return times. But yes, the good news is you can now manage your own DAS return times and you don't have to go to the attraction. Yeah. Yeah. Becky, you know what? I'm definitely going to say something. I'm going to tell them. I'm going to account for all the hours that I was online, and I'm going to tell them. I mean, you know, what I say here and what I talk about, like, or post in the group, I'm not lying. Like, Kim literally saw me the other night in bed falling asleep with the laptop on my stomach, like, just waiting. And you're just staring at the stupid screen, you know?
For that much time wasted, they owe you a fast pass.
Yeah, I mean, you're not helping anybody with this system. If you have enough people to get to people, I would say even within a couple hours, that's, you know, but even from 9:24 a.m. to 4:16 p.m., you couldn't get to me. So that's my.
And that kind of creates a little animosity before your trip because you're already going in there with this bad experience.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just down on this system, and I think, you know, they should look to families who are using the system to try to improve it. Just saw somebody. Hi, Brooke. Brooke Gillette is watching. I never saw her name before, so thanks and welcome. Thanks for tuning in.
You know what, though, Dave? I think you got to drill down a little deeper. It's not just the DAS function. It's just MDE as a whole has been garbage.
Right.
Since its inception.
Yeah.
You know, Disney is a multi-billion-dollar company. They can come up with something a little better.
Yeah.
For their you know, customers to use while on property and getting ready for their trips.
You're absolutely right. I mean, especially it's not a cheap trip, right?
No.
Some families only get to do this once. That's how much they save up to go do this. And you've got people waiting online 3 hours, 5 hours on the phone just to ask a question. And, you know, I'm glad there's groups out there like Now That's Disney and other Disney groups and pages because you can go into them and ask questions.
Who is it saying first time going to Disney in June, trying to learn everything I can? Oh my God, you've come to the right place because we would love to help you.
It's Brooke. So hi, Brooke. Yeah. Anytime you have questions, we're here to help. And that's the good thing, though. So again, you don't have to sit on the phone with Disney for 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and just to sit there and like, oh, are there floaties at the pool for my kid? You know what? You go into a group, do they have floaties? 1,000 people would be like, yeah, they got free floaties at the pool.
It's kind of like with Disney. The easier they try to make it, the harder it's become. Because I miss the days of pre-fast pass, pre-planning it. You just show up and you did what you want. And you didn't have the stress of constantly trying to keep to a schedule.
Right. Yeah. It is pretty hammered down in the staring at your device and looking at a schedule or trying to book something and then poor Wi-Fi in the parks, but then you're counting on that Wi-Fi in order to book a return time for a ride. Like that's just, they're laughing at you at that point.
This is my first time using MDE to the full in Genie Plus, and I'm not excited about being on my phone the whole time.
Right. Yeah, I know.
My suggestion to you is to bring a battery pack or buy a fuel rod.
Definitely.
property. I own a few fuel rods. A, because I forget them because I'm awful, and B, but because they're such a great thing. Not plugging fuel rod or anything like that, but
Yeah.
it's a set fee, and
Oh,
on
no.
property you can just swap them unlimitedly.
Yeah.
Swap them other places. That other place we call Schmersel. They can charge you a couple dollars to exchange them, but on property, it's unlimited exchanges, so totally worth it.
Yeah, I bring like a small army's worth, just in case.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have 3 or 4 we bring anchors, and one of them's huge. It supports Colton's phone and his iPad, and that thing will go for hours. And Kim and I each have little ones, so yeah, definitely great anchors. We love them. Yeah, you're right, Steve, and that's what Alan was saying before. Like, you literally have to, if you're going to roll out something, especially something that's depending on Wi-Fi, you better make sure you have strong Wi-Fi. You better make sure the system works. And then you're telling people, their services, and they call in, and you don't have enough people to answer the phone. It's very frustrating.
It's not what Disney used to do. They did not want you coming in already angry.
Yeah, right.
We'll say this next trip, even though I'm going to be using MDE and Genie Plus and blah, 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 I'm still going to have a watch on one hand and a Magic Band on the other.
On the other,
avoid pulling my phone out.
Right. Yeah. Or, you can just play silly. Like, you don't even know. Like Brooke is saying, she feels like you need to have a degree in Disney, because you see people walking around the parks and they're clueless. And then the cast member's like, oh, I'll help you. And it's like, maybe just do that. Be like, I didn't know I had to make dinner reservations at Brown Derby. And they're like, oh, we'll get you a table.
Yeah.
Like, who knows? Yeah.
Dave, now you're going to we have what? 3 million people watching right now. You're gonna have 3 million people going to the parks and saying,
13 million.
Dave told me to come here.
And just walking around clueless.
Yeah.
Can I have a
I
reservation?
didn't have a reservation.
Dave said if I'm really, really nice, you'll do it for me.
And ask, right. No, I know it. I just don't know which is better. Like going there and not, because you see those families, right? They're huddled up somewhere in the park and they all look confused and lost. And then the wife will say to the husband with the 6 sweating kids, like, I didn't know we needed a return time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or
I hate that, because that makes this person's one time going.
Right.
And they're going to leave and they're going to tell everyone they know. It's awful. It's a nightmare. Don't come back.
Right.
Go to Universal Studios. It's better, is what they're going to say.
It may, or they may pull a Clark Griswold and go to the
that look. I just said it to get that look.
Alan's got nothing to say. You could pull a Clark Griswold and go get the BB gun at the sporting goods store.
If this were my first Disney trip, that's why I would do research.
But I want to try to give people the benefit of the doubt that back in the day you just show up and.
Jay, I teach 18, 19, 20-year-olds for a living. I give nobody the benefit of the doubt anymore.
He's lost all hope on the benefit of doubts.
Yeah.
Well, one story that I wanted to hit this week, if we can transition a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm sorry, go.
No, Dave, one of your favorite places and one of hopefully soon to be mine, the Polynesian is adding a tower, right?
They're adding a tower. So the sad news came out that they were getting rid of and doing away with Disney Spirit of Aloha, which is their luau dinner that they would do at the Poly on property. And they had their own luau cove, and they would do the show. And then shortly, I guess after that, or right before it, I missed it, Disney announces that they are now building in between where the current Poly is in Grand Floridian. There's a space there, kind of where Luau Cove, the Spirit of Aloha show backs in. Poly Towers.
And it's a great looking tower.
I'm okay with this.
So
I'm
that's
sorry. I know
funny.
people aren't.
Right. It's funny both of you should say that, because people are really upset about this, especially Poly goers or DVC owners and longtime Poly people.
as long as it doesn't kill the skyline of Seven Seas Lagoon, because one of the things I like is how spaced out the hotels are.
So picture yourself at the Poly and you're looking left and you could see the Grand Floridian. With this there, you won't see it now. So that is what people are very concerned with, and how tall this building is supposed to be. I do like the concept art. I think I'm going to pull it back. I think remember, this is concept art, and they use us as guinea pigs to get us a reaction.
So we had 7 stories with something on top.
There's the one on top, and this is what Disney's kind of going with. That's going to be like your suite, your giant suite, and there's going to be dining up top. That seems to be their new trend, like Riviera and Bay Lake Towers, and so. But people are definitely not happy with this concept art. But I think it's going to change because it's a little too modern. It still looks cool. It reminds me of Alani a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But the way Bay Lake Tower is different but matches the contemporary, I bet you'll do the same thing.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm excited about, and I know I'm in the minority. I know. It's okay.
Say hi to my friend Scott Fahey, little buddy. He's funny.
First of all, I almost last year, the year before, I almost bought Riviera.
Mm-hmm.
Literally was about to sign on the dotted line, and then I didn't end up doing it. That's what happens when you listen to your spouse. But
yeah, don't do that, right?
I never do.
Yeah, that's what happens. Okay, I learned my lesson, guys. I've learned my lesson.
Unless I'm in trouble, I never do.
If this is gonna allow me to buy Poly,
right?
Mm-hmm.
I want this.
You're in, right?
Because Poly is my favorite number one resort. I love Poly.
RJ was saying the other day he wants to buy.
I got married at Poly. That's how much I love Poly. I got married at Poly.
Yeah.
And
and
if this allows me,
I'm jealous.
Oh, he's still here. Dang it. Dave, we need to kick him out.
Tonight's show is brought to you by the letter F.
It's going to be D for divorce.
Yeah.
But,
that's good. Yeah, that is good.
I love Poly. It's my favorite,
Well,
so I'm excited. But also, what I was gonna say, I'm sorry, I know, I talk too much. Shut up.
No, don't. You're in the right place.
This is the Poly we're talking about, Scott. Yeah.
Right? But quite honestly, if you're standing at the Poly, it's a bunch of enablers.
Do it, Alan. Do it.
It's not our money.
If you're standing at the Poly, you're looking at the castle.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You're not looking left.
No, I don't want to look at another resort. That's not what I want to look at.
I hear what you're saying.
I've stayed at Bay Lake. It's great. I love standing on top of the tower up there. I love the walkway.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Bay Lake,
it really is
contemporary.
Beautiful. Yeah.
But I don't go to Bay Lake to look at contemporary,
Yeah, I'm going to look at the park.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's really a good way of thinking. I mean, I would like to, because they haven't announced this yet. So is this a new build with new DVC contracts and new DVC title, or will the people that currently own at Poly be able to use this? So will it be I'm not sure the real estate terms that need to be said here, but is it going to be a new deed, or is it part of the existing property? So an add-on. So I own at Poly direct. Will I be able to then use those points to rent at this tower once it's built, or do I need those points at that tower?
I'm going to make a really unpopular bet here.
Yeah,
I know it's going to be all new contracts for an all new resort.
Okay.
Unless, what if they take the DVC rooms out of that side? I can't think of that side.
That would actually
and make that 100% DVC.
Just 100% DVC.
Kind of like Bay Lake.
Right. Okay, so currently the DVC rooms at Poly are in Pagu Pagu, Mo Araya, and Tokelau. So those are the 3 longhouses that have DVC studios in them. So now I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Take those all out, put those with the new tower, and make Poly purely open again to anybody.
Right. Yeah, so one would be strictly all DVC. Well, they didn't announce that either, though. Would it be 100%? It's 100% DVC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. A lot of good questions. I mean, I'm excited about it. I think that the concept art's going to change and what it's going to look like overall. But it looks pretty cool to me.
Well, and that gives us potentially 2 new hotels on the water because
Right.
remember they cleared, grade, and knocked everything down for River Country. That site was canceled, that project. So that site's ready to go. It's just sitting there waiting for a build.
It's just blank space, right? And the
Yeah.
luau's been closed since COVID started, and also the luau wasn't doing what it used to do. So back in the day, the luau was very popular there.
Yeah.
Spirit of Aloha. People weren't really attending it, and they also said that basically, like they just felt the food wasn't worth it. The show was, but the food maybe not.
It was hokey fun. It was that aloha.
Right, but now maybe at the new tower, they have some sort of almost like Ohana type dinner, right? Where it's more of a Spirit of Aloha vibe and a luau, something fun like that.
Very upscale.
Right.
Of Aloha.
And keeping with the tradition and the culture, because that's very important for the Polynesian resort. And it's also why I love the Poly. Like I love that vibe. I love that culture. So
it's the 50th. We could by the 55th have 2 brand new hotels on the water.
Yeah.
Maybe even a 3rd.
Right. Now this is where they're saying the money from Reflections is going to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, because Reflections is like a dead project right now. But yeah.
Reflections, it just wasn't doing it for me. The name, the concept art, it just didn't feel Disney enough to be on the water there.
No, you know what it is? They were just trying to be trendy.
Yeah.
Being green and conservative. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great. I think they're doing great things for the environment. Disney does great things for the environment and the animals and everything down there. But I think creating a whole hotel out of that concept is just a little too trendy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hotels are supposed to be an extension of the park. So
yeah.
We don't have a Fantasyland hotel. We don't have a Main Street hotel. We do have Main Street. We don't have so we don't have Liberty Square or Fantasyland.
Right. Frontierland.
That's Wilderness Lodge.
Yeah, true. But we kind of bring Yosemite Sam into that, though. I feel like we need somebody. You know what? We have a couple minutes left. Can we also talk about? Let's see. What else do we have in the news topics? Dapper Dans are back at Disney World, right, Jay? This was a couple days ago. I have a quick clip here on the interwebs of the Dapper Dans. Let's.
If it doesn't work, Dave, I can always sing. I volunteer.
Yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't work.
I can always. I'm ready.
Let's see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't work. Oh, I think it's gonna work. Hold on one second. Dapper Dance. So those are the Dapper Dans. Yeah, if you've never seen the Dapper Dans, they're a lot of fun.
How could you not have seen the Dapper Dans? They're amazing.
Yeah, we watched them.
They're as old school Disney as it gets.
Colton threw a fit, but I was like, Colton, we're watching this. Like, you got to stop and take this all in. Like, it was early morning one day walking in the Magic Kingdom, and they were by the barbershop, and man, it's awesome. So that's exciting.
If I let Chris, he would join the Dapper Dans, and I'd never see him again.
Can he sing like that?
He can sing like that. He loves barbershop.
Oh, that's awesome.
He loves the Music Man. So I'm like, no, dude, you cannot. You cannot join them.
I'd say, Chris, join them. Do what you want. Alan, buy that.
I approve this.
Right. Let's be bad influences. Also, really quick news. What else? Where's my things? Where's the video? Here we go. So Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair is back at Magic Kingdom as well. I mean, we got a short clip here, real quick, from Jay.
Welcome all to the place where the stories We are so excited to bring Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair to the world's most magical celebration. It was just a labor of love for the entire cast and crew. There are several things that are new and different. Mickey and the gang are now in their iridescent 50th celebration costumes, so we wanted our dancers to match. And then we have what is really one of the most exciting things, which is our new celebration song.
For the 50th anniversary, we wanted to be a song that talked about the most magical place on earth. The new song, Where the Magic Feels Like Home, is exactly that. We also talk about in the song all the things you can do at the Magic Kingdom, and also the welcoming of everyone into this place. And it's a place also of happiness, where dreams come true.
As our friends say in our show, you discover new dreams, try something new, and find the confidence to be true to yourself. That's what good friends help you do, and that's what I hope all our guests take with them when they go.
The magic feels like home.
Dude, if that alligator falls off the stage and onto somebody, they're done. I would kind of like to see him roll off.
Are we gonna have another Grand Floridian situation?
We might. The show looks so fun though, and I like the new
Yeah.
song. The new song kind of seems to tie into the nighttime show now. Like, I don't know if you're getting that vibe from the music, you know,
A little
like
bit.
yeah, like it kind of is like a tie into that new song. I don't know. I feel the vibe. So
Not gonna lie, my favorite thing about the show is it means the rope's about to drop and I can run straight through Liberty Square and knock
Right.
anybody down on my way.
for rides.
Yes.
Right, yeah, and people are gathering. They're like, "Oh, again, these are the people like, oh, I've never been."
When I hear that show going, I'm like, okay,
right,
you're runner.
Okay, Jay. Again, that's how you can tell the difference between the two of us. You are running to rides. Okay. In Magic Kingdom, as soon as I enter, I'm running for the Emporium
nice little
to go shopping.
Yeah.
Park opens at 9. I'll be there at 8.
The longer the
And I'm
show
gonna
goes, I
make
feel
my
bad for Marcus.
way.
Oh no! That's still not enough time. I need at least 2 hours to Emporium.
I need to be able to sprint to Mansion, and I mean it's
Yeah.
like leaping over people like hurdles.
Jay and I are taking Colton Allen. You and Kim are shopping.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm okay
because
with
Kim
this.
always says that. You never give me time in the shops. I'm like, there's no time for shops.
No, there's
Rides,
plenty of time
rides.
for shopping.
I do shopping, but rides.
No. There's three. There's an order to this. There's shopping.
Food.
This way's my camera. Shopping,
Food.
food,
Yeah.
and then rides.
Food. Rides.
The park opens
F
up at
is for
Food.
food.
F is for.
the park opens at 9. At 9:03, I'll be on the Mansion, and then let's see. At 9:17, I'll be back on the Mansion. Then,
Kim says she gets zero shopping time. I know. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. You get one photo and no shopping.
See, Kim, that's why I need to come on this trip next month because I will go shopping with you.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody at the shop with her. We're on rides.
Speaking of your trip next month, Dave,
Yes.
do you want to tell everybody what you are doing next week?
What am I doing next week?
I'm
Our
taking
our
the
show?
night off.
Our
I'm going to take the night off Saturday if that's okay with you guys.
So
I can only take 2 weeks of you guys. That's enough.
well, yeah. So, and next week, I think, but the plans might change depending on if somebody can join us next Saturday, which I won't say unless it happens. But next Saturday, the plan currently.
Does his name rhyme with Schmalt Schmizni?
I don't think he's around anymore.
isn't that guy from Universal?
Oh, Marcos, if we were up to Ellen, we'd never make it to the. He's not lying. He's not lying.
We just stay in the Emporium all day. No, so currently the plan for next weekend is that myself, Jay, Kim, and Lisa will be on, and we will talk about all the plans David has done for our upcoming trip next month for like the past year, and how Kim's going to basically tear down my dreams and change all those plans leading up to the trip and day of, like, we really didn't need, and this is me being Kim deleting stuff. We didn't need to do this, did we? So That's what we're going to talk about. David's streams being deleted by Kim's index finger.
I can't wait to do our trip reports because I have no companions for the parks. I can do whatever I want. No one's telling me no.
Mm.
Oh, Marcos is watching. Marcos. Dave is giving me his credit card,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go hang out with Jay for a week.
Right.
So
And Kim.
and
Hey,
Kim
buddy.
and Dave.
That's
Yeah,
Colton,
and Kim
CJ
and Dave.
Gamer.
Yeah.
What's up, Colton?
Hello, my love.
Wonder where you were.
There he is. Yeah, he didn't come down, but he logs in as himself from upstairs in his bedroom. That is funny.
That is a very accurate self photo. Also, looks.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, with the hair. I love it. Yeah, so that's our show idea for next week. It might change depending on something, but we'll see. But another fun show, man. This was a lot of fun. We just laughed for like the last hour.
Yeah.
It flew by.
Yeah, it always does. I wish we had like 10 more to do, but then people would be like bored. So
Alan, I'm so glad you're here with us now.
yeah, I know. Me too.
It's fun. Like I said, I can only take 2 weeks of you though, so I need
Right.
a break.
He's gonna say bye-bye and then come back maybe like the week after.
Marco says as long as you're not using our money, he's cool.
Oh,
with it.
so that like he's on my credit card too.
Yeah. And Jay said he already paid for the extra bed. Nobody's using it. So I mean,
what is my wife saying? She's gonna delete what your stuff. She hasn't deleted my stuff yet.
no, that's I will be watching though, so I'll watch her delete the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be worse with the fast passes, but at least I didn't have to like book those 60 days in advance, and then she's deleting them and changing them.
I'm not gonna lie, I missed not booking fast passes this time.
Right. Yeah.
I'm about a little under 60 days for my trip.
Oh wow.
I'm going May 7th, and yeah, it's been nice. We didn't have any pressing dinner reservations that we needed, or we got Steakhouse 71, which I'm excited for, but it's nice not having to be kind of pressing. And
Hi, Cindy. Thank you. That's
You know,
Cindy
having to do stuff.
Menendez. Thanks for the comment. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Awesome. Yeah, I know. It's just like with the dining, like I'm like, I really want to eat Ohana this time. We haven't eaten there in years. And Kim's like, oh, me too. And then she's on the app and she's like, we don't need Ohana. It's gone. It's just flicks it away like a gnat, like a little gnat. It's gone.
And then you just go back to MDE like, whoop. I don't know how it went back on there.
Right. Yeah. Like, you get rid of it. You're never getting it again. They were talking like prime, like dining reservations.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know if the noodle situation may get changed yet again. You have to go.
It's possible.
This is true.
We need the nudes. If the nudes are there, I'm there.
I've never had dinner there. I've only had breakfast.
Dinner's hit or miss. Breakfast is going to be always breakfast, right? You're going to get your breakfast staples, but dinner is hit or miss. You're either going to get really good steak and shrimp and everything, or you're going to get dried out steak, and they don't come around too much with the shrimp. But
now that you guys have got me, I've eaten. Let me say, I've been around the block at the world. I've seen many a plate that I liked and I did not like.
Yeah.
So I will give you my top 5 breakfast places, my top 5, like everything. I can just give you everything. We have like 6 years worth of show material.
Oh yeah,
the pipeline already. So yeah.
Brooke, listen. I mean, now that's Disney. That's what we're here for. In the group or on the show, if you ever have questions. But I mean, hit us up in the group. Now that's Disney. Make a post with question or question after question, whatever you want to do. We're here to help you. What else was I going to say? Because we were just talking about dining. You know what else will happen? Like real quick, we'll make these plans again. And like Kim's like, I really want to try Steakhouse like 71. That sounds fun. And then we'll make that reservation. And I'm like mouth watering for Steakhouse 71. And then like that day, halfway through this, she's like, we've really walked a lot. Steakhouse 71, gone. It's gone. We're not going all the way to Disney Springs for Steakhouse 71.
Now, do you actually make a reservation where they're going to charge you $10 if you don't show up?
So there's a secret to that.
Tell me, because I have two right now that if I don't show up. Charged.
You can move your reservation out past the 24-hour window. So here's a tip. If your reservation is today and you don't want it, move it to like 2 weeks from now. And then you don't get charged the $10 and then you cancel it. Yeah.
Or you know what I've done too? I've gone to the front desk at my hotel and be like, "Oh, you know what? We didn't make it. You know, is there any way we could do it?" And they'll like pop it off for you.
Couldn't do it. I have IBS. We couldn't make it. So I'm like, yeah. Do you have any Imodium, by the way?
I'm not gonna lie, I keep some in my park bag. Just in
I
case.
have it everywhere. I have it in my cooler bag, in my backpack. It's everywhere. Once you hit your 40s, Imodium becomes an everyday part of your life.
Well, that's the thing. It's interesting, you know, to see how I packed my first Disney trip versus how I pack now. You know, it used to be like, you know, all this like snacks and garbage and all this stuff, and now it's like Tylenol, Imodium.
It's all medicines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gas relief.
Well, it's funny going from Disneyland to Disney World. Disneyland, you just take whatever's in your pockets. I'm like a month out. I'm already slowly packing my bag with hot and cooling towels, a first aid kit,
Yes.
that stuff for between your thighs so lightning doesn't fly out.
Right.
Yeah.
Glide for your feet, socks.
Yeah, Becky, that's a good one. Yeah, you got to move them out. You move them out far enough to cancel them so you don't get hit with that. It's a little workaround in the system. Yeah. Oh God, Kim is. Yeah, it does. I can't. We should do a whole show on Kim's medicines that she brings.
It's a good one, actually.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Yeah. Maybe that's a whole nother show, but another fun show. We had a lot of people again watching tonight, and again, thank you to everybody that continues to watch and all the new people tuning in. And we hope that we've gained you to your return. On coming back to the show and watching and checking out the group. Don't forget our dvc-rental.com deal of the week from Forget Gas Relief, my gold. I can't even read that, Donald. That's awful.
You know what? It is the ultimate fast pass, Donald. That's
hilarious. Don't forget to get in touch with Scott at dvc-rental.com for our deal of the week, which was an Old Key West deal of the week. Was a 3-night stay, March 27th through March 30th. Don't forget our friends over at D Magic World, 24/7 streaming Disney Magic. And of course, don't forget us. Why? Because we're all over the place. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter. We're here for you. We're here for you every Saturday at 8 p.m. We're here for you in the group. We're always here for you, and we love having you. Yeah. So thank you all very much.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone.
Yeah, man. Seriously. And D Magic World, another successful show. Thank you for listening when you have to put up with us, when you hear us.
We love you guys for listening all the way through.
Guys, I think I did it. I think I did it.
You did.
I think
Did you just
No, I think I made the whole show without dropping anything.
I thought you were going to say.
You know what? You still have some words left, so we have to make it to the end.
This week's show.
just cut now, Dave. That's it. Just cut right here.
I'm coming right to the outro. Here we go. Good night, everyone.